Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Ro, and you're here looking at my channel, Ro Knows. And today we're gonna update the retirement savings challenge that I started just this year. This is week 2, and for those that don't know, I started a retirement savings challenge where I challenged myself to contribute or to save $50 a week into a Roth savings account towards retirement. And so I think that we're aiming for about a 10-year horizon. I'm hoping that I'll retire before that, and if I do, then we might have to make some changes as to the how the portfolio is, but we'll get to that at a later time. We just want to focus on today, which is January 17th, 2006. This is week 2, and the beginning of this week on Monday, I put in another $50, so that brings us to $100 total. Exciting, right? So this is a little whiteboard that I created, Retirement Savings Challenge Week 2, and there you go. I put in $50 twice so far for a grand total of $100, and this week I split my buys between Adobe and Vici. I just kind of had a hunch that these two companies are going to be still going to be around for another 10 years, and they're in good. They're fairly valued, or maybe a little undervalued. That's why I decided, you know what, we'll drop in $25 each this week to these two, and just hope for the best. And so far, there's my $100, and unfortunately, we're at, as of yesterday, $97.69 for a grand total of negative 0.39% rate of return. So I'm not doing too well, but that's not the point. Again, the point of this exercise is to save. And it's not so much what you save into at this point. It's early in the game. It's just you have to exercise those savings muscles and commit to doing this every week. $50 a week becomes $200 a month, becomes what, $2,400 for the year? I didn't bring my calculator, but no, sorry, it would be, yeah, something like that. Anyways, that's the most important thing is the savings rate. I know that I chose the Roth. I opened up a Roth account in my Schwab. I opened up a Roth account under Schwab, and you can go into Fidelity or Vanguard or any other. There might be other places you can go, SoFi. There's a lot, but the whole point is to just start and put in $20, $50, $100 a week. The more the better, but the whole point is to just keep doing it. And right now we're at week 2. I'm down a little bit, but I'm gonna bet, and the market is risky. It's a bet that in 10 years or years from now, it'll be a lot more than what I put in there. So I know that I mentioned earlier that the market is gonna return you 10% on average per year, and historically, statistically speaking, it is true, but that's if you invest in the broad market, basically like an ETF of a broad market fund. Examples are, here I'm gonna write down some examples of good broad market ETFs that you can invest in. One of them is called VTI. It's a broad market ETF from Vanguard. It's got a really low expense ratio, so if you just put money in this instead of picking individual stocks, 10 years from now, most likely you'll be averaging about 10% per year rate of return. Again, same with VOO. And I put a third down, which is the SCHB, which is Schwab's broad market ETF. And in the future, if you see me going the route of broad market ETFs, that's what I would pick, because first of all, my Roth account doesn't allow for what do you call that? Fractional shares of ETFs. You can buy fractional shares of individual stocks, but not ETFs. So VTI and VOO, they are hundreds of dollars. And in my exercise, if I put in $50 a week, I won't be able to afford it. So SCHB is actually right now at about $30 per share, which I can buy into with that $50 and then, split the remaining 20 between, other individual stocks. But the whole reason why I'm actually doing individual stocks is because I want to beat the market. I'm kind of playing around, seeing if I'm good enough of an investor to beat the market, or else I would just pour it into SCHB every week. But I'm not doing that. Doesn't mean I won't change later when I'm closer to retirement, because if you have years and years of investing time, you can be more risky. You can pick individual stocks or whatnot. But as you get closer to retirement, you're gonna wanna reel it back a little bit. Make sure that you're protecting your assets and not going YOLO on them. That way, when it's time for you to just get out of the game, you're not, in the negative. Because again, the market can be 20% one year, and then the next year it could be -10. And if you retire when it's -10, it's not going to be good. So again, the closer you are to retirement, the more you want to protect your assets. So, but we'll talk about that when we get there later. Again, the most important thing is your savings rate, and to do it every week. I'm gonna try to fire this up every week. That way, we can be in this together. You can come here, you can look at what I'm doing, and if it inspires you, do it. Comment, subscribe, leave a comment, and we can discuss it further. Or just if you want to just say hi, it'll help the channel grow. Hopefully, it grows enough to where it reaches enough people that even if it makes a difference to one person, this would have been all worth it for me to do. All right. So until next time, we'll see you. But I think Monday is not a open market day, so I'll probably pour in another $50 on Tuesday, and I'll let you know by the end of the week where that money goes. And until then, we'll see you. Bye.